Hello guys, welcome to devlog number 2, and basically what happened since the last devlog is I have version 2.1 and then 2.2, which is now the completed skeleton of the game, and I'm going to be talking about what I mean by skeleton in just a second. But to talk about the changes ever since 2.0, 0.2.0, we have a bug fix that if it first dies, then the player dies. Well, before it didn't happen, but that was because I didn't connect the node. And then we have a bug fix that enemy boss health bar disappearing on death. The last build, when they died, it would just stay there, and that's not really what you want. Consumables work now, so that's good. And we have a bug fix of the active key inputs getting stuck and not disappearing. That was actually just because I realized when I took fall damage, when the player takes fall damage, I disabled their input and then I enabled their input after the animation. So before that, just before I disabled the input, I would remove all the red dots, like the active key inputs, if it is valid, if it was valid. Because if it isn't valid, then it's just trying to remove, the code is trying to remove something. So yeah, I just had to do that for all active key inputs, and then yeah, the problem's fixed. Regular enemies and NPCs, excuse me, can now switch attack targets with a 1 out of 3 chance of changing if it's getting hit, and obviously if they're close enough. So that means now all AI can now switch attack targets. We have a bug fix to enemies or NPCs still stuck attacking even when their attack target is dead. So yeah, they would be like just stuck in a loop trying to attack something that isn't there. And now I think this is like we have some 2 quality of life bug fixes. We have some you can now only target lock and free flow combat fast attack enemies, not NPCs. So basically what that means is that like when you try to target lock and like Souls-like games, you try to target lock and only target lock enemies or things that you could actually or things that you're supposed to be hurting, not people on the same team as you. And the free flow combat also does the same thing. For the UI, there's been a quality of life changes. The play/respawn button in main menu game over screen now takes you back to your last save, depending on your character's level. And obviously I didn't scale it because it just level Rex after playtesting. So after I playtest, I would just like see how many enemies there are, see playtest a couple times, see the level that I end up at dead. Inventory UI now has a main menu button and pauses the game while inventory. So that's good. So now you can pause your game and you can go back to the main menu and exit the game through there instead of having to delete or like Windows out or like just tab out of the application and have to manually delete through there. And the main menu now has a reset save file to reset the playthrough. So yeah, so now you can reset your playthrough whenever you want. And yeah, this down here is not good. I have some battery problems I have to deal with because my computer isn't working really hard. So I feel like it's time that it gets checked out. Anyway, let's get into the game. So I have the flower here. It's called mycgv0_2_2sk_c, which basically just means skeleton complete. So I'll be using this file to basically make any future games that are anything for the basic RPG. Yeah, just to go through the whole game here. Now that if I try to look up try to target locker, if you look at the bottom left, try to target locker, it won't work. But if I go here, actually, you know what? Let me do this first. Let me level up. Okay. So I have enough levels. So let me show you guys something. So my idea of doing the locking for enemies is where when there's hella enemies and you know it's like first spawn a bunch of her stuff. Make sure that try to spawn it. Just kind of okay. You know what? Alright. So now there's a lot of stuff, right? See, I'm trying to target lock you guys, but it's not because I should really be able to lock. So it makes it like really easy, like much easier to fight, like settings. And you don't really want to, you know, like have enemies like first or actually like this. Oh, anyway, and then yeah, what else did I do? Oh yeah, this is very important. Yep. The inventory now around upgrade a little bit. It pauses the whole game. The main menu works. So if I press the main menu right here, give a second, it's gonna go back to the original main menu skin. So the base template for the logic of how the UI should work and the button should work are already there. And we do have a reset save file if you do like reset, and obviously you exit and then when you press play, it takes you back to the test level and you're back in. What else? What else did I do actually? Let me check my help. Oh yeah, okay. So we fixed that. I showed this and then I showed this. Oh yeah, the active key inputs. So yeah, it first dies, then we die, and then the enemy boss health disappears on death, so that's good. I guess I'll just fight a boss to show that, and consumables do work now, so let me show that too, and then, yeah, okay. So for the active key inputs, here, you see I'm holding my button left, now it disappears, and then now I can go in, so that fixed the bug, because before when I jumped down, and I was holding my button on the active key inputs, it would show that it would just still be there forever, we couldn't remove it, which was not good. Alright, let's fight a boss. Before we fight a boss, let's also buy consumables, alright. And we have a 15% current HP and then plus 33% current HP, which only affects first. And obviously, you know, since this system is built modularly, you can these consumables when you drop them, it doesn't have to heal your health specifically. It's very easy to just when you drop it, you can spawn enemies or you can spawn an explosion at a certain, it's pretty modular. So maybe I should dedicate a video just showing the blueprints of this project. Maybe I will actually do that. Anyway, let's fight a boss and then let's draw the consumables. Let's buy a bunch of consumables for Frizz and then a couple for myself. And then yeah, let's pick up some more consumables. So all the items I have right now are just consumables right here. This one, the kind of white one, heals me. The orange one with the orange streaks on it heals first. And we are gonna go to the boss right now. Make our way over there. Alright. Okay, so now we're in the boss arena. We're not gonna try to fight the last boss with this. I think we're gonna try to fight the melee boss with this. And he's like really funny to watch. But you see here, I'm gonna put all the kind of quality of life bug fixes I've had when I had like testers play this game. I noticed that it's just like things here like being able to like get a path target, like only target locking on enemies is like really helpful, especially when this happens. She needs to not be attacking. Yep. Okay, on first. I'm trying to get her to spawn her. Close one. I was not. Anyway, yeah. I don't know, guys here, trying to attack it is much easier, you know, like, not accidentally, like, I'm able to get out on this, not like using my bottom left turn target lock him. Only target lock him, not use attack. It's really hard to understand right now. Kind of throws off the flow. So yeah, he's gonna do that, and then you'll see, I'll show the boss fight health disappear. Last devlog, I didn't show the boss fight UI health bar disappear because I never was able to kill the boss. Ooh, I should actually, you know what, instead of helping her out, I should probably use a consumable, and this is a really good time. So I have 158 out of 21, 113, and I'm gonna try to heal 50% myself. Obviously, I can see my current HP right here, my exact current HP, my exact, you know, all my stats and stuff. I'm gonna use that. Oh, that one was for first, so I accidentally healed first, but that was probably good anyway. So yeah, there you go. I'm good, and now I'm able to fight. And you see first right here, she's a little bit damaged. Hold on. Yeah. I don't think I ever showed the parrying too. Last time, let me try to. Okay, well. that's just what happens, I guess. But yeah, that's basically for this devlog, and obviously you can respawn, the main menu works and everything. If I go back here, it takes me to the main menu again, and basically I'm able to just be able to loop the whole thing, just loop the whole build into itself, which is nice. But yeah, I think that's the skeleton completed. And should I in this devlog show the blueprints? Maybe yes, I'll show a little bit of the blueprints, just on the ones I have on the Google slides that I think are super important. Let me click on this, get to the main menu, and exit that way instead of having to delete the application. Yep. Perfect. Okay, for the slides here, so we have the consumables obviously was working, and then you can see here I'm hurt first, I'm sorry first, and then you see her health goes up. And we have here the story-based mechanics. Oh yeah, so this is exactly how I'm gonna be doing my stories, kind of like conditional things that happen. You know, like if they're talking and a certain string happens, or a certain talking deck that they reach while talking, like an explosion will spawn behind them, and then boom, part of the story. But those are like quick mechanical variants of like the main systems I've already built, and this is the difference to differentiate. You can get the level name, some of those level names exactly are not case sensitive. Or you could get it through location-based, actor equals to a specific actor, and then if an actor has a tag, instance editable way or blueprint editor way works too, which means like you can either give them the tag through their blueprint editor, which is like I guess I don't know explain it. Which is like the actual blueprint. And the instance editable would be like, let's say I place it in the world and it has a tag that says NPC. I place it in the world and I can give it another tag which is level 0, and that is the instance editable way. It wasn't spawned with the tag NPC. I had to go click on it and then add a tag through the details of the bottom right of the UE editor. So yep, and then the game's gonna be also open world, which is gonna be fun. And I thought it was gonna be more complicated to do open world, but it's actually alright. I did a little bit of testing on my own time, and it went pretty alright actually. So the open world I think is manageable. Obviously with level streaming I have to do some buffer zones here and there for the story, but for the most part the world's gonna be open world. And yep, that's gonna be the completed skeleton of my game. The project file is gonna have comments for everything. So let me just read everything. A game design student senior project creating an open world Souls-like free flow combat RPG. The code of the game is built modularly for future use, so everything is customizable. Raw project files include comments inside most blueprint code to explain what is happening and where to modularly change it. The sandbox level is the completed skeleton base. Every single mechanic explained in text once level is played. So in order to use a skeleton file, you'll need custom UI animations, VFX, sounds, models, art, environments if it fits the type of story you want to make. Animations are already available from types parkour, melee, magic, long range, and sword/weapons. And VFX are already available for basic stories, and then also added bonus of hit flash and hit stun. UI, base, and logic template are already available for main menu, stats/inventory, shop, health, plus stamina bars, number indicators, waypoint, and dialogue/info. And when you do migrate this, very important thing, you want to add a new collision channel called weapon after migrating. Basically meaning the weapon system, the weapon switching system that I built for this game. You kind of just need to do that one thing before you migrate it. After you migrate it to another file for you to pick up the weapons and like use the system and not have it break. But yeah, and you're gonna be able to do that in the project settings of the file. Like if you go to the file and do edit project settings, go to the collision, and then add collision channel, and just do put weapon, and then put everything default and accept it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this devlog, and I think the next steps are definitely now. You know, I'm working on the story as well right here. You know, I'm working on the story, making sure it's going well, and how I'm basically building the story so far is just I'm trying to write the story sequentially, and then if something that I need for a mechanic comes up, I'll just write it down right here. Like for example, mechanic variance, do one set sphere radius to whole rooms that you interact. You know, I'm just explaining the mechanic that I want to do in that, and yeah, yeah. So I just need to do that, get the designs in, get the models in, get the rigs in, and I think we'll be good. 10 months, not long enough. I don't think so. It could be much shorter. But thanks so much.